Okay, we're back. We've got Isaiah back, but he top 8. Well, you got 18th.
Yes.
Nice. What'd you get 18th with?
I got 18th with Brandon Dogmatika.
Brandon Dogmatika. He said he has a whole ass snake eye deck. He was like, nah.
I did. I was like,
we ballin'.
Oh my goodness.
Austin.
I'm like, do I want to have fun?
Photo bomb.
You know.
But
photo bomb, it's a video bomb.
a video bomb. All right, show us the dude.
All right. So we'll start with the Dogmatika package. So we've got our 3 Ecclesia, no surprise there. 2 Maximus, I love that ratio. 2 comes up a lot.
Like this is super, like I think if you do play this version, Maximus like becomes so much better because it works so well with like the branded cards, right?
Yeah. Yes. Specifically with the Anakin that we'll show just in a little bit, it works well with that. But the one thing I will say, when you use it going turn 1, you oftentimes will need another one turn 3 closing because we only play 1 ritual. So that's something worth talking about. So anyway, so we're playing 3 Matrix.
Yeah.
That's a good card, really good going in towards 2nd, and then we got our 2 ritual spells.
The one-ofs, yeah.
Yeah. 1, the Kaleidoscope,
also,
and then the Reborn.
People don't know, Albazoa is insane for Snake Eye. Maybe not as good versus like Fire King Snake Eye because they do have like a couple things that can just pop this, right? Like they can pop it with the Kieran, right?
Yes, yeah.
But like Albazoa for like pure Snake Eye.
Oh my goodness.
And like I don't even like I don't know. There's a lot of like pure Snake Eye and like they just can't out that.
I don't think there was.
They have to attack over it, right?
Yeah. The only thing in the engine would be Subversion if they're playing it. Really.
Yeah, if they play Subversion, but like. Besides that, like they have to either target this, which most of the time you can keep them off that, right? So
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
like, that card is way like I remember I walked by a couple of times and I saw this on his field and his opponent's just like I knew they were just like, how do I out this thing? Like this thing's huge and it just like extra deck monsters don't work against it. Yep.
So that's really fun to play. Then the punishment.
Punishment.
Usually side that out going 2nd. And this.
Did this ever like come up in your hand whenever you went 2nd and you were just like, maybe I should?
Oh, when I was going 2nd.
Yeah. Like game 1, if you go 2nd, like you lose the die roll, you go 2nd, you draw this card. It's kind of rough, but
I don't think I really ran it. I don't think I drew it. And going 2nd today, fortunately, it could be pretty disadvantageous, but at least.
But like, it's a free interruption, right?
It's such a strong engine piece. It's like you have to play it. But yeah, you side it out, and then since you're playing 2 Maximus, you don't need it a lot of the time for like call-up plays and stuff. So anyway. So the Cartesia, I have it here primarily because when you go through your Dogmatika combo, you'll end with Zoa, usually a body, Maximus maybe. You'll summon the Ecclesia off of Titanclad that you send, off of one of your extra Matrix sends when you have Zoa on the field. And then the other monster being Lulu in the extra deck. We'll show that real quick. To summon the Cartesian. So anyway, you use Cartesia to fuse off one of these extra bodies. So it basically it's pretty much a part of the Dogmatika engine in a way. So so moving on. So of course the best card.
Nadir.
Honestly,
really good.
It is a really good card. Matrix is like oftentimes just about as good or better, just situational depending on which one is better. But this card,
it's an extender,
like
though,
oh my goodness, like some of the dumb stuff like summon limit. Like if you have Nadir in hand, it's like
you honestly kind of need it.
Nice floodgate, bro. But yeah, it's great for that specific example. So going on
Branded Fusion.
Yep, Branded Fusion, and then we play 2 Albaz. Primarily because the extra lineup.
It's not pure branded, so you just don't need the 3.
No, and then the other fusion target is the.
I wonder what he's playing.
It's a little bit of use. Yeah, exactly. So nothing too fancy there. I'll explain the ratios in the extra deck moment. So we'll get some of this out of the way.
That's basically all the engine, right?
No, we got just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
A little bit more?
Just these guys. So these came out in AGov. These are awesome. So
I think people's forgotten about that card.
Yeah, well, they're like Dark World card, right?
They're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
It's surprising people's reaction. It's like, man, this really works well with the deck. It's like, yeah, I know.
No, it's really good.
Under 1,000 attack. I 100% believe you need to play Amirage and Secure Guard now. with these cards, because if Gin gets interrupted, you can make Almirage, and then you can make Secure Card. And, especially if you have any of these, if you have these Maximuses, like,
yeah,
there'll be a lot of times where the only extender you have is Maximus, so you need the Secure Card in it. And I wish I had the percentage in mind, but it does increase your playability by quite a bit. And then we'll go on to non-engine. So that's
Thrust talent. If you play Gin and Ken, you play this.
Oh my goodness, yep.
Have you ever thought about maybe
increasing,
putting this in the side and playing another talent? No.
No, I wanted an engine piece I can set off a thrust if I get trapped to death. So yeah. Let's see, and then drop a little bit of a
Ultis you picked up today.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Woohoo! Those are nice. But a little bit of a uncommon non-end card, I think, right now. It was pretty good today overall. I think specifically with this deck, you can oftentimes it's just you have a lot of monsters and/or spell cards. Nadir
push, Nadir push.
Yeah.
Gin and Ken
like,
tries to push.
Especially like, you know, the obvious examples, and then if you are done with this for the turn and you're in a pinch, you can send this as well. So,
yeah.
So, you know, it just and oftentimes you just got dumb monsters on the field that don't do anything. So
yeah.
There's that, but it was good today. It was good today.
Imperm.
Yeah.
Yep. Imperm is a good
can't
card.
Really argue with that. And then Ash, 3 Ash. But yeah, I played this over in favor of like Nib. I don't think I play enough hand traps to make it effective enough right now.
Yeah,
so.
Imperm and Droplet kind of work together too. So.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Fair.
Yep.
So that's the main deck.
Yes.
So how many was it?
It was 40 in total.
40?
Yep, 40.
Nice.
Nice, clean 40.
Nice, clean 40.
Bruce would give me trouble otherwise. But no, it's best to make the deck as slim as possible to maximize on those power cards like Matrix, Nadir, and Branded Fusion. The only other thing I'll mention, just so those are curious, so suppose you open a hand with Nadir and Branded Fusion, and then we'll talk about the extra deck here in a moment. So let's see if I can't spread this out. So there's our Link cards, and there's our Dust Dragon to make off Cartesia, and then we'll send these two guys off, right? Some of our other Nadir or Matrix targets, those 3, and then Lulu's the monster we make off of Zoa.
Yeah.
And here's some of the fusion cards, Brand Fusion.
Yeah, Titanic Flood, yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, these are two...
People don't realize this card is actually nuts.
Yeah, it is. It can save your
nuts.
bacon sometimes. It really can. So, obviously, I'm not playing Nib right now, but, like, if you're playing Nib, you can make this guy pretty big. So...
Jump scare.
Yeah,
wait, what?
Yeah. So that's why the Light Hex Sealed Fusion is in there. I'm playing... I didn't play Dark Magician because I want to preserve hand economy. That's the primary reason why I chose that. It's in my opinion a lot better, because if you go into Albion with that, and specifically the only time you're going for Dragoon is if you have a Dogmatic card that can get you into your Dogmatica board.
Yeah.
So if this gets negated, it baits out a hand trap like an Ash or whatever, then it's still on the field, obviously, right? And then you go and do your Nadir stuff, your Dogmatica plays, and then you summon your Cartesia, and then you can just fusion off the Albion for follow-up during your opponent's turn. So that's why I choose to do that over Lebellion. If Lebellion gets negated and you have Dogmatica plays, well, you can't get any follow-up out of the Albion. The extra deck being so tight, you really can't afford to play. There's no room to play any more Albion. So it just with Lebellion, I mean. So that's why I choose to do that. I think that is correct. And Dragoon honestly just helps you from eating stupid stuff inside of game states.
Yeah.
I really think you should be playing Dragoon. People will disagree with me.
I mean,
that's fine.
like, Dragoon is good, especially if, like, and we'll get into your side deck in a second, but, like, this card along with, like, going first cards is, like, usually game.
Yes.
Because, like, against Snake Eye and Fire King Snake Eye, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're only out to this card is either make gigantic access code or Zelantis, put this face down and pop it with Princess.
Right.
Like, that's the only two.
A lot of things target right now.
Yeah.
So,
target, destroy.
Target can't be destroyed. Fire King can't destroy it. So.
And if it gets big enough,
it can run
can't
over.
Beat it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you have this and Albazo on the field, it's like, what do you do?
What are you gonna do?
Like, Lava Golem is your only savior.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing about Cartesia, adds a hand so you get a free pitch for your Dragoon negate.
Yeah.
So So anyway, I think that's pretty.
Were you only playing one of those?
Yes.
Did you ever want to play 2 maybe?
I mean, nope.
No? That's
wouldn't
fair.
have been worth it.
That's fair. But yeah.
So anyway, we'll get this out of the way. Going to the side. Very clumsily put my cards away. Okay, so side deck. Let's see. So we've got some thrust targets here. Let's see. So some going second ones. The Karma Cannon, we'll talk about in a moment. 3-bell.
The Cash Killer. Love that card.
Yes.
Dogwood.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of time cards. Just this format specifically, Snake Eyes. And if this deck can grind a little bit, so you'll get in situations where your opponent doesn't concede because they think they can beat you, and then you're in a really disadvantageous position.
Yeah.
So you need something. So, but anyway, fun time cards. So, but that aside, yeah, thrust board here.
Have you ever thought about maybe Bistials over this?
It was a thought.
Because I think Bistials are broken right now, and like with Bell, like yeah, you can catch some people off guard, but most of the time, like even against voiceless Bistials are just better because
it probably honestly the way things went today, I think a very strong argument can be made for this should have been Bistials. I'll agree with that because I don't think there are any scenarios where really a Bistial wouldn't have been better.
Yeah, and then like with Mourner, right?
Yes.
Why not like 2 Mourner, or sorry, like 2 Veiler, 1 Mourner, because like it's hard once per turn?
Well, usually when it is okay to decide sometimes, but I was just maximizing on time cards. That was really the end all be all, to be honest.
Yeah. Like they summon Flamberge and you Mourner it.
Yeah.
Or and then if they get rid of it, -3K.
Right.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, I went into time a lot in Snake Eyes matches, just in locals, and so the experience told me I would probably need to maximize my chances.
And Dogwood is just Dogwood.
You're right.
But
it kept me from dying to Calamity today.
So you said you want to, Herald Abyss is Pearly, like
Pearly.
Even against Cash, this is okay.
Yeah.
So
it's just.
But you wanted to talk about. Probably want to talk about those two.
Yeah. So.
Because this, like, I don't know if I've ever seen a list ever side this card. Like they either main it or they don't play it at all.
I like it because in addition to having Herald of the Abyss, it's also a way to run over some towers sometimes. I didn't find myself siding it too much today because there was just other non-engine I needed to prioritize.
Yeah.
But to be honest, a lot of the time this is sided just so you can OTK someone right out the gate.
Yeah.
But with the fact that I'm not running 2 Herald, it's a little bit harder. So I think at this point I'd just say that it is a card I used out, particularly difficult to remove monsters.
Like, I know, the mirror's never going to come up, but this card's really good in the mirror, right? And then like, Raid Raptor was extremely popular at this event.
Right.
Like, there was at least 20.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
There's probably more.
Yes.
But like, this card just helps against that.
Yes.
It helps against voiceless, right?
Yeah.
It makes your guys super massive.
So Zoa's 4,000, right?
Yeah.
So unless you have Fleur on the field, it's really, really hard to run over their guy when they have the low in circulation, the Skull Guardian. So this can help you. And I'll be honest, I think there was a game towards the end there against voiceless where I probably could have gotten over it had I had this card.
Yeah.
So, but the Karma Cannon specifically, thrust target.
Cash was very popular at this regional.
Yes, and it's a card you can actually set and do something with if you get Shifter, which is Cash being one of the more popular Shifter decks.
I think the 3 most popular decks today was voiceless, Cash, and then Snake Eye.
Yeah, I want to say.
And then Fire King, Snake Eye.
Let's see,
like, I guess voiceless, like even on mine, like I didn't play. I played against 1 mirror, but it wasn't even like technically a mirror. They were just like, it was Elijah Green, and he was on going second Snake Eye, right? But I had a voiceless branded, and another voiceless.
Yeah. Here are my matches. I guess I can just flash this real quick.
Yeah. So what? That's
3 voiceless
like
today.
A Snake Eye, a Fire King Snake Eye, another pure Snake Eye.
I think there was one of them was a Fire King. I think 2 of them were
Yeah, Snake Eye, just
Pure.
pure. But
And,
then you had like 2 voiceless, right? Or was it 1?
Yeah, three voiceless.
3
2 were
voiceless.
branded, and the last guy, I didn't see Nadir or anything.
Yeah,
So all I can assume is, I mean, he wasn't playing Albion in the extra, so it had to have been
No branded.
No branded. So those were the matches.
But no, like I think that is definitely correct. Just it's weird because like you don't actually have any like good cards to set off thrust. Like even punishment's not great versus cash.
No, especially if they shift.
But like this card kills them.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they summon Fender, they summon Unicorn, they summon Rise Heart, and you go, oh,
yeah,
Karma Cannon. And then like either you hard draw this or you set it off thrust, and they know that and they have to play around.
I think
it,
I
right?
actually hard drew it twice when I sided it today.
Yeah, that's very good.
The unfortunate thing was the one scenario where it would have come up with cash and I was shifted.
But also
I drew talents.
towers.
I drew talents instead, but
Yeah.
towers. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's also true towers.
Yeah,
So
because
I guess
it makes your opponent send them.
Yeah, that's true.
As game mechanic.
Yeah, so I guess I have 3 towers out.
Yeah.
For Breeder after. So
Yeah.
yeah. So, but
yeah.
yeah, they make 3. I'm not saying I would necessarily get to all of them, or any of them, but they're there.
I mean, they're in your deck, right?
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, in case it wasn't clear why this is good against towers, it can target a monster on the field for cost, and then it'll read the attack of one and give it to the other. So
it doesn't matter if they're unaffected.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Because they're unaffected by
2,
card
yeah,
effects.
you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field, make one of those monsters gain the attack equal to 1.
Maybe.
The other. Yeah, you can probably zoom in on it. Those
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does.
I'm almost 99%.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest.
It targets for cost.
This isn't.
So.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, I've done it the Psychic Punisher, Second End Punisher before, so I'm pretty certain. So, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure people will let us know. So.
Yep. Any last words?
No. I'm just really happy to be able to talk today.
All right. Well, we'll be at the regional. Indy, maybe
Yes.
you, maybe. I definitely will be.
I should be.
This bozo will definitely be there. Somebody's got to make him go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, today was overall pretty good.
Good
It was a
day.
pretty good day.
Yeah.
Yep, all right.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.